I have no plan for this video. It is February 17th of 2023, and the last few days have been 60 degrees here in Ohio, nice and warm, and then it just pissed down about 4 inches of snow on us last night, so that's great and awesome. But we're right in the middle of shed season. I've found 3 so far this year. I'm up here in my little hidey hole quarter-acre clover plot. I just frost seeded this plot the other day, actually, last weekend. But yeah, I don't have a real plan for this video, so we're just going to see where it goes. I was going to do a review on my Millennium buck hut. That's actually the reason I came up here, but I am cold, I'm freezing, and just don't feel like it right now. I'd rather it be nice and sunny and a little bit green before I do that. But I'm on my 10-acre property. Those of you that follow that know, this is where my my bigger clover plot is, which is the one we were just in. But gosh, it is beautiful out here. Just there's the cabin back here. That's why we call it the cabin. But gosh, it is just beautiful. The interstate's right up there. That's where you're hearing all this noise from. But I've done a good amount of shed hunting so far this year. I think I've done like a little more than 10 miles. I found 3 sheds. Really not a lot. I found a matching 2-year-old 10-point. I found both sides of him, and then I found a spike. I did not find the matching set on the same day, though. I found the left side 4 or 5 days before I found the right side, and turns out they were only about 60 yards apart from each other, but I just kept overwalking the right side. But that's how it goes, you know. But I also thought about making some shed hunting videos, but man, they're just hard videos to make and pretty boring, really. But people seem to get views on them, so who knows, we might do something like that. Well, I am in the truck. I'm leaving the cabin. I'm gonna head down the road to my house. It's only a mile apart. For those of you that don't know or not subbed, this 10 acres I have, it is actually less than a mile down from my house. And at my house, I've got another quarter-acre plot I'm building. I've only got 5 acres there, but it's crazy because my 2 properties, they're literally less than a mile apart, but I get different bucks at each of them. So it's really cool. Some of the deer are the same. There are a couple that frequent both, and then there's some that don't. So same area, different deer. It's really cool. And we're here, and don't know if you can see, but up through here you see a bunch of trees laying on their sides. I just made a video of cutting out a bunch of trees up there. That's where the food plot I'm building at my house is, just up on top of the hill. But I've got videos of that series and that I'm working on. It's going to turn out to be about a quarter-acre. Last year I had it, it was just, I mean, the tiniest. It's like the size of my driveway, and it was just winter rye, but it worked. I'm hoping this year I've cleared a bigger path going into this food plot, hoping that brings more of that more of their traveling down a notch into me, and this clover will kind of herd the deer a little more down into me, because down here this is a giant bean field and then there's corn behind it. So hopefully this little clover plot will kind of be like a staging area before they go down into their big food source. So, and it comes right off a big power line, clear cut. So I think this will be a crazy good spot. All right, I'm into my house here, and I actually have another little series called my Man Cave series, but currently working on this room, putting this wood on the wall, and then the bottom half of this wall is going to be tin. This is going to be where I hang all my deer up. You can see I got a bunch of sheds and all that shit up there up front. Just kind of getting some things in place, trying to get an idea. This room's just huge, but that needs fixed too. But yeah, I'm falling in love with this room. I'll show you the tin I'm going to put on the bottom. This is, there's shit sitting on it, but this is the galvanized sheet metal I got that I'm gonna throw on the bottom there, but I'm gonna get a bunch of this shit cleaned up. So I'm gonna get a bunch of this shit cleaned up and moved out of this room, so I actually got some space to work in here, man. Damn, freaking mess. So I got all that cleaned up and a bunch of that shits, but now I've got these 2 feeders, a toilet, and all this shit out. I'm gonna get out of here and chainsaw. I've just got a mess in here. I just stashed a bunch of shit in here because I'm not living out here yet. Yeah, these ceiling fans, they gotta go. They're all floppy and all that shit, but God, I love this room. And now we got a little bit more of a workable area. So, hell, I think that's all I'm gonna do in here today. But yeah, I love this wood. I'm not gonna stay in it. I think the deer will pop out a little bit better on it, but check out the first man cave video. I'm not counting this as one of them, but see, got a bunch of sheds laid out here. These are 2 giants. I mean, that's a absolute brute there. Old deer, and then this come off of a 4-year-old. He started growing some funky stuff. I got 3 years of this deer, but yeah, just a couple sheds. This isn't all of them, but it's just some I brought and laid out just to get an idea. And TV's gonna go where this mirror is, where you can see us now, but let's walk up to the food plot. I'll show you guys the food plot. So here's the power line I was talking about that these deer always come off of this hill up here. This is not my property, but I believe the deer bed up on this hillside somewhere at the very top of the power line, around there. But they always come off of this power line and then through here to get to my food plot. So we brought the excavator up, and this path here was all just, you know, the same as the briars, and we just plowed through here. And when I get up here and I mow this, you know, this spring, all these just stragglers like this, those will all disappear. But we cut this road into here and right next to the water trough. But we cut this path into here because the only other one was way on the other side of the property, and it makes it really hard for the deer to get in through here, especially, you know, in the early season when they're still in velvet. They can't come crashing through all these briars and stuff with that velvet, you know, hurting themselves. So just an easier way for them to get up in here. And there's this water trough been up here for years and years and years, and I just brought this path right next to it, maybe, and it's spring fed, so it never freezes. It's always nice and cold. So I set a trail camera up here to see if the deer use it. I'm sure they will, especially in the summer. But the only bad thing that I really don't like is the house is right there. But I do want to put minerals, start a mineral site right back in here. I know it's by the house, but I still think they'll use it, because I've had a corn pile 30 yards out of this back window before, and we've shot deer, so does, and had some daylight bucks there too. So I'm really not worried about that at all. But we'll keep going up and we'll go to the food plot. And here we are. A bunch of trees to cut out of here. These are all the trees that were actually in the plot before, and then you can see way back there, there's no trees. That's what we added to the plot. Way back here, you can see there's no trees. That's the part we added to the plot, and we actually brought it down farther this way. We tripled the size of this basically, but all the bigger this food plot was like just between this group of trees here. So we brought it all the way down to here-ish. This will be the line once we get all these trees pushed over. And then back that way further by like 40 yards. There's always deer up in here using this, even when it was just winter rye. And it gets so thick and just green in here in the summer. So I think this will be a crazy good early season spot. I'm gonna put an elevated blind over here because this plot kind of wraps around like a horseshoe. So kind of right in that horseshoe area, I'm gonna put an elevated blind in there, and got a tree stand right there. I do have some videos of, or a video of shooting a doe out of this plot before I expanded it, of course, and some hunts during the rut when I sat up here. So if you'd want to go back and look on them to see what this looked like before, that'd be cool. But really, that's all I've got for this video. Just me bullshitting and trying to find something to do. Shitty snowy day, but yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you next time.